Greg Tarzan Davis. Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
tell me, first of all, like, give me some just memories of New Orleans, and we're so different from everyone, which I love. So just
Uh,
something about New Orleans that growing up made you so different, and special.
what is it about New Orleans? I didn't know how different I was or New Orleans was until I traveled and I went to Baton Rouge. I went to, other states and stuff like that because you're around people who are very culturally diverse and we have different accents. We have different the way we speak is different, not just the accent, but like how we talk to people is different. Sometimes I guess it may come off as aggressive and it's like what's the right word? 'Cause somebody said it before, bold. They were like, "Wow, you just say what's on your mind," and I'm like, I mean, that's how we talk down there. Growing up, what did
Wait,
I
Greg, I
used to
have to
do?
tell you a quick story. One of my favorite things ever is when people in New Orleans go, "Hey, baby." They say, "Oh, baby." Okay. So I was in this always makes me cry. I was in like a Kmart a few years ago, and I asked the woman, "Where's thus and so?" And she goes, "Oh, come on, baby, let me take you there." And I said, "Oh, I just love when people say that." And she goes, "You do?" And I said, "Oh, it's just so us." And she said,
Hmm.
"Well, us gonna make me cry." She said, "Well, I just moved back since Katrina. So it was years and years." And she said, "And everywhere I went to live and I'd say that, people would go, 'I'm not your baby. Like, don't say that.'" And I grabbed her and hugged her and I said, "Welcome home."
Why? Yeah, it's a different
It's
vibe.
us.
It's us. Like something similar, saying like "yes, ma'am" or something like that. People are like, "Oh no, don't call me ma'am. Oh my God, what is that?" It's we have something different that the world. I call New Orleans his own country. They be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, where you from?" I say, "Oh, New Orleans." "Oh, from Louisiana?" "No, from New Orleans. We are different. We're like this little, utopia right down in the bottom of the boot."
Yeah. Yep, yep. And because our culture is such a mix of so many different things. So, okay, so
Hmm.
when did you have that bug to be an actor? I mean, really, Greg, it was, football and then LSU and then teaching children and then acting. I mean, so many different things in your life.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be an actor. I mean, I love being in front of the camera. I love being in the spotlight. So I guess that was something that I always wanted to do. But it wasn't until I was teaching, and I used to tell my kids like follow your dreams and everything. And I realized I wasn't following my dreams and to be an actor because since I was a child, this is something I wanted to do. I watched Denzel Washington, I watched Will Smith, I watched Tom Cruise on the big screen and stuff. I was like, man, I want to do that. What Denzel did to the women in my family. I said, man, I want to be able to do that to women across the world. Just make them like, oh my God, Denzel, oh my God, Tarzan, I love him. That's what I said I wanted to do. But it was something cool just to watch, like
You
people
wanted to melt
transform.
hearts? You wanted to
I wanted
melt
to
hearts?
melt hearts around the world. I wanted to make people cry. I wanted to make people laugh, and I wanted to do it globally, not just at family functions, and be able to be different people without being judged. And I thought acting was the best way to do it. And when I finally realized I wasn't living something I wanted to do, because I'm telling my kids, you can be whatever you want to be. But I didn't ever had anybody in my family who was in the industry, so it felt unachievable. It felt like trying to go to the NFL and make it into the NBA felt like a 1% thing. And I was like, man, let me just go after it. And luckily everything just worked in my favor. Not luckily, I don't believe luck had anything to do with it. It was a blessing that everything worked in my favor.
But it was hard work on your part and you took the opportunity and you
Yeah.
went with it. You grabbed the brass ring. I mean, if you don't take advantage of the opportunity that's put in front of you, and you clearly did. So how when did you move to LA? How old were you when you moved to LA?
How old? Dang, this conversions are off. So I moved to LA in 2017. My anniversary is actually coming up, June 17th, 2017. I moved to LA, and I think that's what, tomorrow, or what is the day? I don't know what the day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's tomorrow. Okay. Oh,
Tomorrow.
perfect time. Okay, so did you have anything planned, or you just went out there with a big heart and ready to say, "Take me, put me in, coach"?
So I was, oh yeah, so I built up some confidence. I booked like a co-star in Chicago PD out in Chicago. Then I booked this pilot, and I was like, I'm ready to fight with the big dogs. I was like, this is what I was made for. I did it within I started acting in 2016, and I booked that stuff in the end of 2016. I was like, okay, I got my warm up, got my feet wet. Let's move to LA. So I moved out here with my brother and like three of my other partners, and we all got this house together in Burbank. And I was like, I'm just gonna dive headfirst into the acting world, and I immersed myself. And I mean, it was, trials and tribulations through that time. I ended up booking a few jobs, and then at the end of 2018, I ended up booking Top Gun, and I was like, "Let's go, baby! We here. We don't get tired."
What when you got the final call, what went through your heart and mind?
Oh, I was so when I had finished the job on this. I had a small part in this movie called Call of the Wild, and I had finished the job. It was like a two. I was on the set for like 2 days, and I got a call from my managers and my agents, and all they did was play the Top Gun theme song music, and I'm like, "Oh, are you?" And I'm on a bus with a lot of people, so I'm like, "Are you fucking serious? No way, no." And I'm trying to like impose myself because the girl that was sitting next to me was like, okay, let me scoot over. But it was just a surreal feeling.
Wait, wait, Greg, I'm about to like your personality is just so infectious. You were on like public transportation when you got the news and you wanted to
Y-
scream and you couldn't?
Yeah, because there's people all around. So I'm like, uh, but I'm trying to hold it in because it's supposed to be this secret thing as well. You know, the secrecy behind all this actor stuff. So I'm like, so I'm like, listen, I'm on a bus right now. I can't even talk. I'm going to call you back. Da, da, da. So they were like, just call back, call back. So and I finally got off. I'm just going crazy and I'm crying and I'm screaming. And it's like, we did it, came to LA and got the first freaking big job. And I didn't know what this job entailed. I just knew it's Tom Cruise, it's Top Gun. I knew that everybody loved the first one. I loved the first one, and to be a part of something that I mean I didn't know at the time would be the biggest movie of 2022. I didn't know that. But to be a part of it,
Wait,
it was
were
like
you
crazy.
born when the first one came out?
No, I wasn't born. Do I look like I was born when I was the first one
No,
came out? God damn.
that's what I'm just teasing about. Wait, Greg, I was, and I
And I
remember it
would have never
well. And
time out. Wait. I would have never guessed that you was born when the first one came out.
okay, now you're in the will. Now you're in the will. Oh, I was very, very, very bored. Thank you though, but oh no, I remember the hype around it and the sexiness around it, and the guys in the those onesie things,
The
Tom
flight
Cruise and
shit, the
all that.
onesie thing. I
So
love that.
I was like your mom at home. Ooh, Tom Cruise. Yeah. Oh, wow. And so I heard that Tom Cruise, picked you. He specifically wanted you. Is that
Yes, he
true?
is very. Yes, Tom Cruise is very hands-on. He has his hand in everything from, I mean, the very small details. And when I auditioned, I went through like 3 or 4 auditions, and I auditioned with the director Joe Kosinski, and I got a call a week later saying Tom Cruise is getting your audition tape. And when I got that call, I was like, "Yo, whoa, you know what? It doesn't matter if I don't book this role. Tom Cruise, the person I used to grow up watching on movies, is watching my face. He's watching me act now. He's watching, no, it's like, okay, I have won already. So to actually book the job, it was the icing on the cake.
I'm so proud of you. Okay, tell me about one of the mothers I spoke with on the phone said, do you know he gave each child a specific Christmas present, didn't go get, 30 of one thing and gave them something that meant something to them. And she said went to their dance recitals when like for a first grader. Wow. Just, that's what makes you whole when you're an adult is when you were supported as a child. So did that come from your mom and dad? Were they like that to you?
My mom was very hands-on. She was very involved. I don't remember my first birthday, but there's pictures of how extravagant it was, like a carnival circus that she wanted to put on, and she's all about planning and getting involved, and she cares a lot. And I think me having such a huge family, and we always do family things. I think that does play a big part in I guess me doing things like, hey, let me pick an individual gift, something that means something to
Yeah.
the kids. And I love them. I love kids. So, to be able to play a part in their life, I think is great. Growing up, I never wanted to be a role model. And my mom used to tell me this all the time, like, yo, the kids look up to you, like what they did with my older siblings, older cousins, or my youngest, they were like, they look up to you. And I never wanted that responsibility because it was a responsibility. I was like, I want to make mistakes. I want to mess up. I don't want it. So I would get it harder than a lot of kids when I would do something wrong. I'm like, why? Why am I the one? We all did it, but you're coming at me. So I never wanted to take on that role. But as I got older, I understand the honor, I guess, of being that role model, and the part that an individual plays um, for people who look up to them. And
Mhm.
I try to embrace it, and set the examples through set the example through physical examples. So yeah.
Well, how many in your family? How many children?
Oh, I can't count. We got a lot of. I have a lot of cousins. I have a
Yeah,
huge family. I have a lot of aunties and uncles from different
yeah.
sides of the family and
But I
stuff.
mean,
And
how many
yes, different.
sibs? How many sibs? How many grew up with you?
Grew up. I two grew up with me.
All right, so two, but then there were a lot of cousins.
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
yes. I,
See,
I have. I also have a lot of brothers and sisters, but I grew up with mainly two.
two, yeah. I have
Yeah.
five brothers. So growing up in a big family, there's nothing like it. Great bathroom humor, sex humor, was real big because there was no privacy, when you're all sharing bathrooms and everything. But I
Were you
agree.
the
I think
only,
only girl.
only? Oh
And
wow.
and I and you see, to me, it was fun. It's fun to grow up in a big family. And I know what you're
Mhm.
saying about the role model and get someone getting you on trumped up charges and trying to put it on the other one. But and I'm trying to think, let's see, your acting teacher, uh I'm trying to, is there anything, special you remember about him? Jim is who I'm going to interview.
Yeah, he was a really great guy. I appreciate him allowing me. So I wanted to. I felt when I started acting, I felt like I was so behind. I felt like I was starting late in the game. I think I started at 22 or 23 as soon as I graduated from college. But I felt like other people went to school for acting, so I was like heavy into like, okay, how can I catch up? How can I make up the lost time that I had? And he would do classes, and it was like once a week, and I was like, yo, is there any way I can do more classes with you so that I can improve my skills? And he was like, listen, there's other classes that I do. It's not for everybody, but you can come in. So he would allow me to like study with him like 2 or 3 times a week, just so because he understood how important it was to me. But he was also there for me whenever I needed him to call and say like, hey, I need advice with this audition. I need, help with this one. And he was the person I can call, and he was there any time of the day.
Wow.
Um,
So
yeah,
when did you start? So you didn't start taking acting classes till after LSU?
yeah, I mean, I caught the bug, and I was like, let me just see what this is like. So I did take one acting class, and I was like, okay, yeah, I am for sure into this. And it wasn't in school; it was like a after school. I would meet Thursday nights, with a bunch of other people who are actors as well. And after that, I was like, okay, I'm going full in. I am like committed to this, and that's when I met Jim, which he's fantastic. I mean, he helped me uh just understand the craft or how to break down sides and stuff like that.
I could talk to you forever. I have a deadline. You have a plane to catch. Anything else I didn't ask you that you think would be fun to leave people with?
Um, yeah, so I am from New Orleans. I born and raised a kid who did not know what was outside of the world of New Orleans. I thought it was very small, and although New Orleans is a beautiful, great place, and I love to hold that dear and near to my heart, and everywhere I go, people know where I'm from. But the world is huge and opportunities are out there, and we do not want to miss it because we are either scared to chase our dreams because we feel we don't have the resources. They're always out there, and I would like to, I guess say an example of, if you have a dream, you can make it happen. Don't get tired because you can't get tired. Anything is possible. You just gotta be open minded and go after it, and don't let nobody knows what you want except for you. So if you go ahead and you tell somebody what you want to do, they're going to because that's not their vision. It's not the vision. So you stay true to what you want. Man, I love that. I have to meet them.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm going to start a campaign. I know the people with Bacchus and all. I think you need to be our king of Bacchus coming up. So anyway,
Let's
all
do
right.
it.
Fly safely, and thank you so much. And I'll be sure to send a link after the story runs, and continued success. I'm just so proud. So proud.
Thank
All
you, Miss
righty.
May. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care.
All right.
All right.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Bye.